Watch. Cardi B reacts to Billie Eilish's alleged weird comment. Joe Gorga has reached his breaking point. The Real Housewives of New Jersey's Season 12 reunion Part 1 ended with a bang as Teresa Giudice's family feud with brother Joe and sister-in-law Melissa Gorga reached new and explosive heights. When Joe joined the RHONJ cast and host Andy Cohen at the reunion on May 3, Teresa accused him of being a little too much involved in the ladies' drama. During an argument about Jennifer Aydin calling Joe a bitch boy earlier this season. "I am going to call Louis a bitch boy when he comes out," Joe told Teresa about her fiancé Louis Rulas. Teresa replied, "Bitch boy, I am sorry Joe, but you're kind of like a housewife." "Sorry, you are. I am a bitch now," he responded. "Stop it, you don't realize what you do." Teresa replied, "Why do you care about a bitch boy anyway? That's not a bad thing." All the bickering with his sister caused Joe to explode. "Matter fact, I quit. I am done, I quit. I don't give a st," he shouted before walking off set. Teresa yelled, "You can't quit, your wife's on it." Joe said, "Thank you, bravo. 12 years, I love you. I am done. FKU people." He added from backstage, "You know what, be a sister once in a while. F King moron." Fans will have to wait until next week's episode to see how things turn out. Earlier in the reunion, Teresa, Joe and Melissa argued about Melissa not being in Teresa's wedding to Louis, even though Joe was asked to be. But because Melissa's not in it, he's not sure if he wants to be in it, which is fine, Teresa said. "I am sure Louis won't get offended, I will not get." Teresa also claimed, "My brother does not give Louis the time of the day," and told Melissa, "Do we have a close relationship?" No. When Andy asked Teresa, "Can you name examples of when you've had her back?" There was a long pause before she said, "Let's roll tape, I can't remember." Awkward. The Real Housewives of New Jersey airs Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Scroll down to relive the most shocking Real Housewives reunion fights ever. E! and Bravo are both part of the NBC Universal family. Kelly vs. Bronwyn, The Real Housewives of Orange County. RHOC's Season 15 reunion was heated with many co-stars coming after Bronwyn Wyndham Burke. But it was Kelly Dodd's explosive claims that Bronwyn is a fake alcoholic and only using her sobriety for a storyline that shocked fans and Andy Cohen alike. Do you know how dangerous this is to everyone out there in recovery right now? Bronwyn fired back at Kelly. "You are disgusting. This is vile even for Bunnygate, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills." Kim Richards and Lisa Rinna's long-standing feud has delivered a number of iconic RHOBH moments, including Bunnygate. As uncomfortable as it was to watch, Bunnygate will forever have a place in the Real Housewives Reunion Hall of Fame. It all started during RHOBH Season 7, when Lisa Rinna bought Kim Richards' newborn grandson a stuffed bunny as a peace offering. Then, when it came time for the reunion, Kim revealed that she couldn't accept the gift, let alone gift it to her grandson because it didn't feel like it had good energy. The result? A lone tear falling down Rinna's face before she stormed off set. That's my opinion. The Real Housewives of Orange County. Brooks Ayers was at the center of many RHOC fights, including this one between Tamra Judge and Vicki Gunvalson in Season 9. Tamra starts out calm, defending her position, but as per usual, things escalated, and it ended with Vicki and Tamra shouting at each other until Tamra infamously shouted, "Because that's my let's get physical." The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Portia Williams and Kenya Moore have had their fair share of fights on RHOA, but the reunion where things got physical is another level. Kenya pulled out a megaphone and that seemed to be the last straw for Portia, who then got in Kenya's face and pulled her to the ground by her hair while Andy Cohen shouted, "No, no, now. Everyone versus Michael Darby, The Real Housewives of Potomac." Gazelle Bryant, Karen Huger, Robin Dixon, Monique Samuels and Candiace Dillard Bassett all used the RHOP Season 4 reunion to grill Ashley Darby's husband about the sexual assault charges brought against him that were later dismissed, but Michael Darby just repeatedly shut them down. Star of the show, The Real Housewives of Dallas. Leanne Locken and Dandra Simmons found themselves arguing about perhaps the most amusing thing ever at the Season 3 RHONJ reunion: who the star of the show is. More specifically, Leanne saw herself as the reason the franchise still existed, while Dandra said the show wouldn't have started in the first place had it not been for her. Jesus Jugs, the Real Housewives of Orange County. Tamra Judge doesn't back down, especially at reunions. The RHOC cast member is quick to scream louder than anyone to make her point heard, and she even throws in insults to boot. Never forget her back and forth with Alexis Bellino over her behavior. "You are psychotic, Jesus Jugs," Tamra shouts. What Danielle did, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Travel with us back to a time of innocence, back to 2009 when RHONJ Season 1 reunion aired. Viewers all remember Teresa Giudice's infamous table flip, but what came next was Danielle Staub and Caroline Manzo's intense, tearful standoff over what Danielle did to Dina Manzo. What did she do? "We've got you. Maybe he's gay?" The Real Housewives of Miami. During the third and final RHOM reunion, the ladies got into it about Joanna Krupa's sex life, then Adriana De Mora said maybe Roman was gay. This caused the two to go back and forth, hurling insults. Joanna then called Roman, who said maybe Adriana wants to be with him. To that, Adriana said, "No, I don't. Why do I want a man with a limp penis?" Brianna versus Brooks, the Real Housewives of Orange County. Ick. Vicky Gunvalson's daughter Brianna Culberson went toe-to-toe with Brooks Ayers a number of times at RHOC reunions, but the moment where they got heated over Brooks' message to her husband Ryan, where he told her to hit her to get her to fall in line. Danielle versus Teresa, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Teresa Giudice can have quite the temper on RHONJ. That was evident in the Season 2 reunion where she jumped off the couch and lunged after Danielle Staub. Andy Cohen got in her way and Teresa shoved him. This reunion also gave birth to a very memed moment, Danielle saying and then Teresa repeating, "Oh, need a time." These days the ladies are as thick as thieves. Who's yelling? The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Family feuds are nothing new to RHONJ, but they went to the next level with Teresa Giudice and her cousins Rosie Pieri and Kathy Wackel. Teresa and Kathy got into it over fathers. Rosie, backstage, got so heated she started screaming about wanting to rip off Teresa's head. Her shouting didn't go unnoticed and Trey made some very memed faces. The sisters Richards, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kim Richards and Kyle Richards have a complicated relationship, one that viewers have followed on screen for some time. During the Season 5 reunion, which was pretty dramatic for just about everyone, Kyle and Kim got into it yet again, this time over Kim's dog biting Kyle's daughter, which started the feud. The sisters went back and forth the whole reunion, with Kim screaming, "You're horrible. This is why I don't like her," and Kyle yelling, "You're so Kingmian," at various points of the reunion. Blubber, the Real Housewives of New Jersey. The RHONJ Season 4 reunion was one of the record books in terms of fights. Who can forget Teresa Giudice and Caroline Manzo's split-screen action that featured Teresa saying, "Look at yourself, you have 3 roles, blubber, blubber and blubber," to Caroline in a battle over looks. Stonewall Singer, the Real Housewives of New York City. Back in Season 7 of RHONJ, Andy Cohen tried to get Ramona Singer to open up about her marriage problems with Mario Singer. She didn't budge, and things got downright tense between the reality star and host. Then Luann de Lesseps entered the fray and the conversation got even more intense when she brought up Ramona's past comments about her marriage. Lyanne, the Real Housewives of New York City. Bethany Frankel has sparred with just about everyone at a RHONJ reunion. Back in Season 8, she and Luann de Lesseps went at it in a particularly nasty fight over whether or not Bethany was dating a married man after Luann's tryst in Turks and Caicos. Battle of the Texts, the Real Housewives of New York City. Season 10 of RHONJ was a bad one for Bethany Frankel and Carol Radziwill's friendship, and the reunion was even worse. There, the two went back and forth a number of times, but there's no forgetting when both ladies ripped out their phones in an attempt to discredit the Bethany and Carol's debate centered on a text message from Brian in the red scarf speed dating guy, his actual name in Bethany's phone, and things get so heated at one point that B jumps up and yells, "Booyah BTCH." Kim vs. Nene. Round 1, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak Biermann have had more ups and downs than we can count. The two went at it from the start during the RHOA Season 1 reunion, over what Big Papa said about Nene and a season's worth of comments. Things escalated quickly and Nene coined, "Close your legs to married men." Kim's last stand, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. After a season-long fight, things finally came to a head for Kim Zolciak Biermann and Nene Leakes at the RHOA Season 10 reunion. Not only did Kim face off with Nene, but pretty much every other cast member joined the fray over Kim and her comments that were perceived as racist. At the end of the reunion, Andy Cohen confronted a teary Kim and the two had it out in the bathroom. The lies. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kandi Burruss and Phaedra Parks had one epic Season 9 reunion battle during Season 9. Kandi was finally able to call Phaedra out on the lies she was spreading all season, and they were some vicious lies, including allegations of drugging and rape. Season 5, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Season 5 of RHOBH had so much juicy drama, so of course the reunion did too. Brandi Glanville sparred with both Lisa Rinna and Lisa Vanderpump. Kim Richards and Lisa R rehashed all sorts of drama, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. Tweet receipts, The Real Housewives of Potomac. When Andy Cohen brought up Candiace Dillard Bassett's social media posts about the other RHOP women, namely, Ashley Darby, he went as far as reading one of her particularly nasty tweets aloud, prompting a heated exchange between the two ladies. A fawn amongst sharks. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Erica Jane and Teddy Mellencamp faced off at the Season 8 RHOBH reunion, with the argument culminating in Erica saying, "You think you're a fawn amongst sharks. Teddy, raise up or get the F.K. out. Come on girl."